something of an initiative by me for myself and for my friends, just to um, present my viewpoint on why this has to be a momentum, this proactive wellness, because lots of times people are getting into illnesses and then reacting. That is very common, right? But I thought we could do a lot more with the scientific breakthroughs we have and the knowledge we have from years. All that really helps us a lot, right? So, uh, so it's kind of helps us to really understand what I'm talking about today and how we can have some measures that will be really uh, helpful for us. So this is a kind of major talk for me because I want to really dedicate my life for the wellness, right? Wellness of the individual, wellness of the societies, wellness of the planet itself. You know, when you look at like that, this becomes more like a harbinger of what is going on, right? So we will see how that goes. Okay. So I'm just waiting for the other channels to come up on here, and I just am starting them as I talking to you, to the people who are in Instagram and who are in um, Clubhouse. Asni is the only one there, but I think this may be inconvenient time for some people, but I was otherwise occupied, so I chose this time on to be multiple channels. So bear with me, and I will go into the talk. But my intention is to really bring in listeners, present to them as an ongoing thing, whereby you will be really looking at wellness in a whole different way. Okay, it's important, it's needed, and I see a lot of people still DM me with things that they could have taken care of by themselves if only they have right information and awareness. And also, they could have prevented this thing to develop too. And so, many people don't pay attention to their own health and wellness, even with all this going on, right? All the drives to educate people, to bring awareness, like on the Noom Vibe, they do a lot of wellness awareness programs and the suggestions, the coaches, the doctors, they're all working, you know. So I cannot go there and help them too. But then I'm not employed by anybody. It's all my own duty as a citizen, consider, if that doesn't sound too much of um, you know, big deal. But really, uh, what can I give back? How can I really help many people across the globe to be rigging up the knowledge about the genome, about the biology, so many things we have uh, discovered in the last 20 years at least, and immunology has exploded, and metabolic, variations, they've exploded, right? So that's what I wanted to do that, this is being broadcast on my Facebook page. It's called Conquer Burnout. So welcome everybody in there. I'm talking about proactive wellness. So I'm going to pose a question for you. So how often do we think about wellness? Only when it is too late, right? When stress, illness, or burnout, they force us to go to the healthcare and all that. That's not really what we want to see in this day and age. In the health profession, I see even the doctors don't pay attention to their health and wellness. Okay, and that's why they are going into not taking care of themselves, basically not having a self care, and then really not building up the resilience, which I believe that we can have a inner resilience just by eating right, exercising optimally, sleeping right, and also really keeping our mind not occupied with everything, only the important thing that we need to do, and then calm it down. So I talk about that quite a lot. The mind. Yoga is about the mind, how to still the mind and then allow our real self to show up. Okay, and then you will do your job consciously, and then stop the thought unnecessarily going on. That's such a relief. That brings you so much energy saved. Okay, we'll come to that later. Okay, so first of all, about me and why I come to this discussion of proactive wellness. I am a physician from India. I graduated in 1980. Right after that, I came here in 1981, and I had to take my exams and all that. They went through, and then I worked as a doctor in small places. Then I got into residency in 1983, and then I kind of moved to New York. Also, I did internal medicine there too, and then came back to Midwest, and then ever since I have been practicing here. And I had my own clinic, which I kind of really sold to other people in 2019. But I opened up my small clinic in Illinois, but the COVID hit. So that could not be survived. But then I kind of retired from that kind of practice. I opened a company called BA Path, where I provide wellness services to the doctors, nurses who are burning out with comprehensive self care. And then I help IT people who are stressing out because of information overload. And also, I help the corporate wellness in the companies, and also servant leadership for corporate leaders. Okay, those are things I do, but also I do these talks on the social media about various issues, of human issues, philosophical issues, relationship issues, many number of them. Okay, and see, I want to share my story and make a case for why proactive wellness should be a lifestyle. Okay, not just for you, but for your family, your organization, and society. That's I firmly came to that conclusion. Unless you have in the spectrum, people will not be trained on how to be well to begin with. Okay. Now I'm going to present three catalysts which kind of stimulate me for this. First of all, my long years of medical practice and dealing with reactive medicine to illness, right? Defensive medicine also. I always saw the yogis that were living long, well, and enjoying their life, and then they were kind of dying naturally, not with so many diseases. And while they are alive, they are living longer time joyfully, and also they were not having these neurological problems like we are having now, or drug addictions and all that. Some people may have done it, but if you really follow the real good yoga understanding and apply in your life, you don't be addict. You won't be addicted to anything. I don't have any addictions, smoking, alcohol, anything like that. Okay? Not even to the thought. I'm not addicted anymore. I use thought consciously. Okay, that control can be there for everybody. See, so the medical practice really taught me that so many patients I saw that they could have come earlier, and then they could have checked things out, and then they could have taken better action with their illness. But they allowed it to grow. They allowed it to become so monster that they could not do much about it. That was a big inspiration for me to go and talk about wellness first. Okay, how can we do not just annual preventive medication, but you yourself on a daily basis, what are the wellness pillars: diet, exercise, sleep, and mind calming. This four, right? And then what are the things that are available both in modern medicine and also ancient wisdom, and then get the best of both and then take advantage of that. And this day and age, that is what we need to do. Okay, that's one first catalyst. Second catalyst is I was introduced to the ancient wisdom in a major way, right? And then I pursued it. and I've still been studying it, yoga. And philosophers like Krishnamurti, sages like Ramana Maharshi, and consciousness studies that are going on in the modern times now, and also more of Ayurveda. That was about natural state of ours, how it can be damaged by our lifestyles, and how we can, by changing the lifestyles, we can bring back our swasthya, that is normal health status for everybody, right? So that's a big influence on me. I think science is studying meditation, studying metabolic advantages by doing yoga and other things, you know. So I kind of looked at everything from that perspective. A modern man having problems because of the society, because of the lifestyles we have, because of the culture we have, how can we really understand them, not to fall a prey for them, but more like conquer them? That is possible. I was just interviewing somebody, not interviewing, listening to somebody who is 109 years old. Some of them, he said, I'm learning from that, you know, and I'm really getting advantage because of that. And he was presenting how people normally lived like a 125 years, and they lived well. They're very articulate, very well together in their mind, and also they have kindness and compassion and all that. So I wanted to really understand their state of mind. So when you go there, it's all there. You just have to pay attention to that. Okay. So that is the second, what I learned in the ancient wisdom, how we can bring it to the modern problems, so we can really change that. Okay. And then finally, I myself have health problem of having a major stroke in 2014, and I recovered from it. This is now like a dream. Why I'm mentioning that is my attitude towards the hospital care, the money that we are spending, the return we are getting, really took a real dive into that. So I could see we're spending millions and billions of dollars for the healthcare, but as a population, we are having so many chronic diseases and very poor outcomes, and people are suffering in their last 2 decades very much, confined to the nursing home, no moment, no quality of life, no meaning of life. And you don't have to be like that. See, that's what I wanted to present. What did I could have ended up in nursing home and then died probably 6 months later, but that was in 2014. But something opposite happened to me. I came out of it, went to the practice again, and then did all that. And then 2014 to 2019, I ran the practice. Then I sold it and opened another practice there. Even now, online I can do if I want to, but I'm confined with bigger issues, vast population around the globe, right? So my aspirations are not only be well for me, but well for the healthcare systems. They should be wellness oriented. They cannot, because it's all revenue based. Now, if you admit somebody and keep them for 4 days, you get more money than if you spend 2 hours telling them to be preventative in the clinic. They give you $60 for that. Okay, so that is the recovery of mine that really helped a lot. Okay, so now these three areas really helped me to take a good look at a proactive wellness. So like I am taught about the proactive wellness way back when I was very young. Probably I still had a very healthy life except that incident. And that also I recovered very quickly. It's like a dream now, you know. But the lessons I learned, the things that need to be improved in the healthcare system, they are significant. That's what I'm going to go after now. Okay. Uh, See, why do you want to make a case for proactive wellness? Is suppose you imagine you are like a business leader, like I am, with my big clinic and all that, right? You don't want to get sick even for a long few days, right? So but you have to be the drivers of this care, you know, not only your own health care, but also your employees, your teams, your organization, right? Stress, burnout, chronic conditions, they are not personal challenges anymore. They affect productivity and creativity and long term success. right? So people go down in their ability and all that. So you can reverse that. That is why this proactive wellness is there. And then if you don't act, the cost of inaction is enormous. It is happening now. See, we have the GDP. If you take it, the GDP is percentage of GDP is going up for healthcare. And people are not productive. People are not able to enjoy their life. People are not able to participate what they would like to contribute to society. So in that, inaction is really billions and billions of dollars are spent, right? Even the chronic diseases, I presented one talk one time, so several hundred of billions of dollars are spent on that. And then those people are also, some of them cannot do anything. They are vegetables, like in nursing homes. It's not that we should not care for them. We should care for them. But before they come to that, we can delay that chronic disease state so that they can be more this one. So how do you cultivate this proactive wellness lifestyle? That is the one I want to say. You have to develop the awareness of conscious of what is going on in the body, not to be obsessive about it, but just be conscious of. Suppose you go work and you are climbing the stairs and you have severe back pain. There's something wrong. The body is telling you. So I have done a talk on body intelligence to IQ to emotional quotient EQ and the spiritual quotient, right? But if you understand body intelligence, then body has its own way telling you something is wrong. Its own way to fix you too. That's also there. So be aware of what's going on in my body, what kind of thought patterns I have, what kind of energy levels I have. That's simple. Be aware of that. And then really know your vulnerabilities. Once you are aware of the body and mind and your energies, you will be aware of the vulnerabilities. And you got to take steps to address them early. Okay, don't neglect them and all that, right? There's so much information, so much you can reach out to the doctors and all that. Okay, then have an integrated approach in your own. Take a look at it. Modern medicine. What is this ancient wisdom? Why this is everybody's talking about it? What are the things we can learn? A lot of people are doing yoga, but they don't know what the real yoga is. They're only doing partial things of physical yoga, but there's so much more about the mind and all that, right? And also, they kind of do some mindful work, breath work, and so balance and nutrition. If they just do that, balance and nutrition, deep breath work, and mindfulness, if they can do that, that could be very transformative in their life. Okay, to prevent so many organ diseases and all that. Okay, I do this morning routine every day morning with the hope that they can learn that and then they can apply that so that they are not more stressed at work. Okay, and then they can improve on that. Okay, and then whatever it is not only being aware or not taking action, but also integrating both modern medicine and ancient wisdom and be consistent about it. A lot of people may learn, and they go to some other room, they want to learn more. No, whatever you learn, apply it, try it. If it works out, be consistent with it. Okay? People don't pay attention that much because they are hurried about work or hurried about making more money or having some psychological problems or relation problems. They go to addictions and all that. Right? We see that in the modern life. So what it is I want to make this a personal thing for you guys. Okay, you imagine you're waking up in energy and really focus and a sense of purpose. If you have that, you have the sense of purpose, you have the focus, and you have the energy. That is possible when you are proactively well and take care of things as they're coming, but not being aware of them or putting them under the hood. That is the tendency because the work is more important. Making money is more important. And sometimes there's a responsibility are more important. I say you will be able to deliver all that better when you have this wellness that is brought on by being proactive about it. Okay, that's what I really want to make it personal for everybody who is listening to this. Okay. And then you got to start slow. See, you got to have practical steps that you can do on a daily basis. Simple things. Get up in the morning early, go to bed early, and then don't open the phones and devices for 30 minutes. And sit at the edge of the bed and start with deep breaths, 3, 5, 10, whatever you can do. And then go get up and start your morning routine, whatever that you have. So that implies keeping your mind focused, your body strong and really energized or flexible. And whatever exercise you want, you can do it. And then really walk or do something that keeps your body mobile. Okay, if you have that, that is very good. Okay, then uh, you can cultivate a good habit of appetite cultivation, and then eating properly, also sitting down at the table and then really chewing the food and enjoying the food. Okay, and also vitality of the food. I say people go and grow up your own a few vegetables in your backyard or in your apartment, and I really made patients do that, and they got this very nice vital food that they are consuming right after plucking um, the tree, right? So that's something you could do, and always eat well, move all the time at work, and also have a restful sleep by keeping your mind on vacation. Vacate the mind at the end of the day and then sleep. So there are so many things, simple things that you can do from morning arise to all the way at the end of the day. Okay, you will be all right. Okay, and you see, it's not living longer anymore. Proactive wellness means, it's about living fully. Not only you have a purpose, you are meaningful, you are helping people, you get a lot out of it, and you're really involved in activities that you like to do. You know, you like to walk, you like to go jogging, you like to play a game, all those things you can do. Or you like to write a book or talk about it and all that. So it's not just living longer joyfully, and also having some meaning and purposeful. So that's why I have started a program called NEW, Nurturing Elderly Wise People, where the focus is how can we create meaning and purpose in their life? How can we invite them to learn new things that they can learn simply, or how can we present them new opportunities to think about things and then enjoy that they have given some importance about it. Okay, then if you can do all that, that will be very good. See, what you have is the power of transformation within yourself by yourself. Okay, if you can do that, all these small measures will be. These are the small measures I want to come and present in a under this heading, proactive wellness. Take for example, diet. Number of things we can do. So how so many people have diabetes, high blood pressure, all those things, right? But they don't know one thing from the Ayurveda. It's not really about the content of that. You have to understand your own nature that has its own allergies, its own tolerances, it has its own way to go about food. Some may be tolerated by some people, some is not. But it's not just saying, oh, you are allergic. There is a conflict between the gunas. There are the qualities that we have. And once we understand it and eat accordingly, it's much better. So I'm going to do a workshop on that, and then people may check their own things, and then from that they will change their diet in a meaningful way, because they immediately feel good, and then they're progressively getting better after they change the diet like that. So that's a very important topic. We'll take out that. Suppose you devise a program that you go to the work and you do functional fitness. That means you're not going to the gym or yoga studio, anything like that, but you will be able to devise ways to make your body work physically. You know, doing your job and all that. So that way you can do that too. And how about sleep? A lot of people don't sleep because of the devices, because of information overload, and don't know how to rest the mind. They go there and the mind is churning the stuff, and then they cannot sleep. Versus, if you really know how to calm your mind and really slip into it, I never used the sleeping pills because of this. Okay, so I like to teach that to people, and then they have to do it. It's not intellectual understanding; it is you have to do it. Okay, so that will be good. So look at yourself and your business, and then you will say, okay, I have these important things that I can change in my life. And so let us not wait for the crisis of pursas. Okay, let's lead the way. Okay, proactively. Hi, Mabel. Welcome. Mabel.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, go ahead, Mabel.
Yes.
Uh,
So, what is our topic today?
yeah, that is there. I've been talking all this time. You didn't listen?
I just arrived home.
This is about a major initiative I'm having. It's about
Ah,
being proactively well.
oh, oh, yeah, the one that you started like a couple weeks ago. I wish
Yeah,
I had time, but my time is different than you.
yeah.
But
No, no.
anyway,
Go and listen to the replays. They will be there if you are interested. But what I'm
okay.
trying to start today is what is the proactive wellness, why it is
Uh-huh.
important, and why we should get on that. And then see, all the people do diet, exercise, and all that, but they have to put it together so that you are aware of what is wellness, and you are aware of whether you are in it or not, and whether you are
Uh-huh.
contributing to that or doing some harm by your habits. I'm not talking about only people who are wellness on the Noom vibe. I'm talking about the general public and everybody. Still, many people are ending up with the chronic diseases and poor
Uh-huh.
outcomes. Poor outcomes, and they don't have a
Yeah.
quality of life, no meaning, no
Uh-huh.
purpose, and all. So this is like addressing all the young people, productive people, and really burnout, stressed out people. Uh, Take a look at themselves and then come to some kind of awareness of where they are on the journey of
Yeah, yeah,
wellness.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then they can adopt some things I want to share, and then they also can come, like you can come and you can share what are your wellness measures that you are doing daily.
Uh-huh.
See,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. You go and listen to this from the beginning. You will like it. Hmm.
I'm late, Dr. Raya. I think I'm driving when you start
That's okay.
live.
That's okay. Now go back and listen to the live. Then we'll talk about it because I'm going to continue this topic for a while.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, good.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Yeah, of
But
course. I will go back.
yeah, that is the essence of it that we are doing here. And this actually opened on several channels on
Uh-huh.
Clubhouse, on Noom Vibe, on
Uh-huh.
Facebook group.
Instagram.
Yeah, I wanted to come and join my Facebook group, which is called Conquer Burnout. Okay.
I
Okay.
already sent a request.
Very good. Very good. Because I'm going to
Yeah.
do live meetings just for the group there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
My,
Thank
my,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
my friends and my sympathizers and all those people, they can have much more depth of discussion if they want there. I also opened on other channels here too, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and also Instagram. Just to be
Yeah.
available to everybody. So they can all
Mhm.
go and listen to the replays on every channel that is there.
Yeah.
So
And also you posted on YouTube channel.
yeah, yeah, I do,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
see, basically, I want to make it more personalized, so I will do independent channels from now onwards. That way, I can be with the crowd and then really interact with them. Like that
Yeah.
Facebook group, I'm going to send invitations, and anybody
Mhm.
possible they can come and join for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
It's this one, the proactive illness is really important to us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like about, it's a quick thing. You have to dive in, like
Yeah.
step by step.
Yes, yes. You got to cultivate this slowly, but then once you adapt it, make it permanent. This is what I used to tell my patients. You make small changes, but make them permanent changes.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
diabetic comes and tell them flour is not good for you, white rice is not good for you. He cannot stop for a few days and then resume it. That's usually the tendency, But
That's true.
because they are used to the taste and they feel like deprived. But if you understand what's going on down the line, it's much easier for you to be, not doing that. Yeah.
Dr. Rio, that's really good because, like, for me, I always share this thing.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I always listen to my body.
Yeah.
I always.
Very important. Very important. That's very, very true, Mabel, because you got to listen to your body, and the body is going to tell you a lot about that. Did you see my talk on body intelligence, IQ, and EQ and SQ?
I think I joined you that night
Okay.
regarding that topic.
Yeah, in that we talked about elephants. Our body is like a habit of elephants, and then they become so strong they overwhelm us. So you got to be consistent with it and retrain it. Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense actually, Dr. Ray, because you know what? So for me, like, this is only my experience, okay? So listening to my body. So for example, why I have a bad headache. So for me, I have to check what food I'm eating.
Yeah.
So right now, so in that time, so if I eat chocolate, I start cutting off. It's not like I will stop eating chocolate. I will cut off a bit until like probably I eat once in a while.
Yeah.
But still I eat that.
You're cut off, Mabel. You know what happens with that? Probably internet is not up to date. Probably there.
So listening to my body, what's going on, it's really, really helped me because if you're not paying attention, it's just like you are not helping yourself. Like one example is the medication.
Yeah.
This is very, very. For me, I take it seriously because medication. I need to take medication if I need to, right?
Yeah.
But I have a choice. Like, there's a certain medication that I can find it in a different, like, for plant or anything.
And
but,
yeah, you are absolutely right, Mabel. And you are a pharmacist, and you're telling that, So
yeah. So for me, listening to my body, like, if instead of giving me better, I become sick. So what happened is I will call my primary doctor. Like, I will tell the
side effect.
So I will tell the side effect.
Yeah.
And then my doctor will listen to me, and then I'm
You're cutting off, Mabel.
keep cutting off Dr. Rayo.
Yeah.
So I think there's a cross. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So but anyway, before I do start doing things that I need to choose a different way, I have to call my doctor first.
Yeah.
Like, doctor, this is what happened. This is, I have to explain my doctor, and then now my doctor will ask me. So, she will suggest in a different thing. And since I already searching it, so I will say, like, let me try this one. Is if it's okay for me, If it's not, I will let you know. And then in between, we have an answer, right?
That's very good, Mabel.
Yeah.
You are participating. You are participating in your care, and you have every right to do that. Lots of times people don't take initiative because either they're intimidated or they think, oh, it's a doctor's job. Yeah, but you have to know what's going on in your body and what you are putting into that. That's very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Ray, this is the thing that I love to talk to my friends.
Yeah.
Even in the pharmacy, even if the mommy in the school, every time we have a conversation because they are curious what I'm doing. So for me, if it's good, that it's not hurting you, it's not hurting me, I will love to share. Like even like hey, Vibe is here, and then you have to. I will recommend so many coaches here. You different kinds of coaches. I want them to listen to get another option, not thinking about one side only. We have to be left and right here and mid in between. Which one is better for you?
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what I'm saying. Be more proactive about your own wellness. Involve yourself, learn, ask questions, and then share, and then come out of it like you are promoting wellness all around, not only just for yourself, for the family.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So, I always like for me learning many things that I will not say like no, I will not do that. I will try it.
Yeah.
I will try it because I want to feel the result, even if
No, that is
even
what
if it's
I'm crying about, because we have the knowledge, both modern and ancient wise. We have so
yes,
much wisdom in medical field, but still we are allowing people to go into chronic diseases and then not really coming out of it, with flying colors, and really change. A lot of it can be improved. Even if you have chronic disease, your quality of life can be improved in so many ways. Only certain ways, if you allow it to destroy the organ, and you may have to pay for it. But otherwise, many of the time you can really change things a little bit around and not allowing them to deteriorate at the fast pace they are doing now. People don't pay attention to that, and that's why they're having this problem. You know. So thank you, Mabel, for coming up and sharing that. And she's always responsible about her wellness, her kid and her husband, and she puts a lot into that. Even for her kids' problems or her problems and all that. I love to talk to it, Mabel, because he takes that responsibility and then goes and really finds that very much useful. So that's a good thing. Anyway, this is going to be ongoing talks from me like this. I don't know how often I'm going to do. I don't know it. But then I will come in and tell you how many people were asking for what kind of questions, and how those helped them to live longer and enjoy, and in really being helpful to not only themselves but everybody else around themselves. Okay. So anybody has any questions, you can DM me and ask me more about it. I will come to you one on one, and then we can talk to you about so many things, right? DMs, and lots of time I enjoy them, because if that changes your um, if it changes your perspective and then adds quality of your life, that is my return. Okay, I'll be very happy. There used to be a tradition that people who had experience for so many decades, they were kind of um, respected for their experience, and then they draw from them. So those elderly people also felt useful and contributing to society. Nowadays, I can do that online, even if independent people are not there. Online, I can do it. I can spread the word around, and somebody may catch it. That is there too. But I also want to do workshops, which I'm doing on Saturdays now, where I bring in people and ask them, how can you make your journey towards the holistic wellness, right? Where are you in terms of your body shape, your body tone, your body energy or flexibility? Where are you with your focus, with your concentration, with your memory, with your imagination, and all that? Where are you in terms of being, kind and loving to other people? And do you have problems with relationship, that kind of thing? And also, where are you in your real spiritual quest? That's my personal favorite, not according to any particular religion, but according to just being a human being. Can you enjoy yourself easily? Can you laugh easily? Can you relate to other people easily? Can you really feel for them and enjoy their successes? All these things are there. You see, ancients concentrated on this inner feelings, inner aptitudes, inner experiences, whereas moderns kind of turn that inner thing off and then focus more on the outward things that may not be there. They may be lasting very fleetingly too. So I go for the more lasting things inwardly. So as I am exploring problems like diabetes, hypertension, hypercholesterol, or any number of I call disease of civilization. The way our civilization went about it kind of bred bad habits, and that way is really having effect on our health and wellness. So I want to find them out. I want to weed them for alternatives from around the world. And then the aim is to live long, live well, and live in joy, right? Make it meaningful. Develop that wealth, inner wealth, inner health, and inner wisdom, happiness. So if you can do that, I think that will be a very successful and well-lived life. Okay, so let us march through that well-lived life together, sharing these tidbits and measures of the wellness. So that people don't have this stress from the information age. People who don't have the stress from this corporate selling and making us eat bad food, processed food, are making us sedentary by keeping us in front of the TVs and all that. So we're going to take a good look at what is killing our sedentary, what is killing not sedentary, or really cardinal sedentary, not sedentary, cardinal habits of our body. Okay, they are kind of set in there in gunas from the Ayurveda, in bioenergies of the modern. We go against them. Like, for example, you are a person who works very well in the morning time. You don't get up till noon, and then you kind of change that kind of nature of your body, and you will be paid for it later on. So instead of that, these days kids are sleeping like at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like that. Change that habit so that they will be able to maintain the circadian rhythms, in their own body, and they are natural. They can be maintained, but they can be neglected very easily. So culture has a way, and then it takes that circadian rhythm in the wrong way, and you pay for it with this diseases of civilization. Simple habit of getting up with the sun and sleeping after the sun is just went down. That's a very, very good thing. When you're up, you work. Well, that is done, you go to sleep. And that helps a lot with your metabolic health. People don't look at that way. They think, oh, I can handle. You can handle it in the first decade, second decade, but then later on, it becomes increasingly difficult as you go into 40s, 50s, 60s, like that. So if you live a very good young life, very good, body physiology and all that, you have a very good chance of not having these chronic diseases, and the depletion of your quality of life is not be there. So you got to understand, according to the age, according to what is happening in the society, they may be promoting so much of furniture that's not good for your energy. It can teach you creature comforts, and which leads to what's called tamas, and then you have more stiffness, more inflammation, more aches and pains. And that's not a happy thing to be in. And then you can take a lot of medication. A lot of medications have side effects, and then side effects leads to the organ problems, and then organ goes down. So understand all this at a deeper level, and then implement the small things right away. Okay. Hopefully, I will see you back on this topic at least a couple of times a week, and I will do it at different times so that I can catch all the populations and really encourage a movement towards being proactive about our health and wellness. Much more, not just once a year preventive exam, but more on a daily basis without being obsessive about it, but just acting like a commonsensical understanding, getting the information, and then using it. Okay, not being unconscious or forget about it and then don't have to remember it. Not like that, but you listen something, look for the truth in it, investigate it, and then go and implement it if you find no problem with it. Okay, but you always have to think about it. You always have to question it. But then your answers are given to you, then take them, take the answers and then implement. Okay, thank you. I think everybody coming up here, it's about 41 minutes I talked, Anybody else wants to come and share, they can come up and I'll be happy to engage with you. As I said, we can be coming to you more often during the. Maybe I will do exclusive on my Facebook group and some on the LinkedIn, some on the Instagram, and also no Vibe and Clubhouse. Maybe I do independent groups so that that crowd can participate more actively, and it becomes much more easier and helpful for people if they really share their own perspectives, their own, sometimes maybe we go too deep into the ancient wisdom, but listen and check it out. And if it is good, don't let it go by just by because of the prejudice that is old. No, you are not going to go and live there. You're going to understand how they kept their mind so quiet, how they were eating so vital food, how is that they have coherence and harmony within the society. All those things you can understand and you can enrich your life here. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you back again. I'll see you whenever I can see you. Right? Bye. Thank you.